Start your journey today by liking, subscribing, and sharing our YouTube channel, KnowledgeWell Media, or by going to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site and perusing over the available content and information. Also by submitting your email at the bottom of the Square site page in the Stay in the Loop section to receive priority information, specials, and other insider details. Or by signing up for a 1-hour consultation to tailor your specific educational needs in beginning your journey. You may do so at the aforementioned Square site, once again at knowledgewell-media.square.site. Here are a few other items in demand on our Square site. The Person Defined series, a 9-part video lecture series, comprehensively outlining the scheme to artfully deceive mankind into trading away his birthright, his natural liberties, and inherent rights. Pre-orders for The Yellow Bricks of Emerald, the first edition, offered presently as an ebook only. This book comprehensively uncovers the legal schemes, past, present, and future, of the elite powers and the U.S., subjecting American citizens to servitude and allegiance due to their own ignorance. The KnowledgeWell Video Lecture Series Trust Course, a comprehensive lecture series educating on the history, effects, and administration of the wealth-preserving, asset-protecting, private commercial entity known as a trust. Plus, we have our very own template and instructions to help you set up yours. And, coming soon, our apparel and product store for all things KnowledgeWell, including shirts, hats, jackets, cups, bumper stickers, and more. For all this and much, much more, as well as for any questions or comments, email to knowledgewell4u@gmail.com or go to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site. And now, you've been made free. What are you going to do with it? All right. These headphones. Yeah, you know what it is. The echo is real. So I'm not going to be able to use these. It is what it is. At this point, we're going to have a great show, though. Happy August the 21st, 2024. How about those? What were they called? The super blue moons, wasn't it? That was crazy. I enjoyed it, though. I stepped outside a couple times to see if I can see them. And it was cloudy on I think the third full moon. It was cloudy, so couldn't really see it. But when I woke up in the early AM, as I do for work at 3 a.m., there was a big one out there. So I got to see a little bit of it. So, but hopefully you got a chance to see them, enjoy them. Yeah, we can talk a little bit about those at some point in time. Oh, let's give a shout out to all of the support we have tonight. It's so good to see you all here. I'm so glad you're here on this Wednesday. Um, you could have been anywhere else. I'm so grateful that you are here. The family is together. Let's do a roll call and see if everybody has made it to the table. We're going to eat tonight. This is going to be a special treat for my family here. I'm so glad you're here with me. Okay. So Joseph Henson was first in the building. He says 777. All right. Okay. Let's see who else is here. BB Productions, as usual, is in the building on the ones and twos, making sure we sound, look, and feel good. All right. Terry Camp is in the building, says greetings to the family. Awesome. So glad you are here, Terry, one of our great supporters financially and otherwise, as well as Joseph Henson. Let's see who else is in the building. All Gods is in the building. Thank you for being here. We missed you last time, I think. Good day to you, 777. All right. I feel myself getting stronger. All right. And Wanda is at church. All right. At a church function. All right. No problem. I'm sure she'll see this on replay. Thank you for filling us in, letting us know where our family is. Appreciate that. All right. So we'll let everybody else trickle on in here. We have 9 people watching. We have 5 thumbs up. I only assume that maybe Joseph is pulling his magic. All right. If that be the case, we're all good. We'll just, more people will be trickling in and joining us. Really appreciate you. Even if you're watching this on replay, please do us a solid and just simply hit that thumbs up button there. Help us stay relevant in the algorithm. Ugh. Yeah, it's been a long day, everybody. Hold on. I'm going to be a bit goofy. You know how I get when I'm a little tired. I'll be goofy tonight. I'm certain of it. And not only that, I've been up since 3 a.m., worked my 10 hours. Right after work, went right to the gym, worked out for another hour. So I'm burning at both ends, but I'm not going to short you. My man, I already knew. You didn't even have to say anything. I already know what you're doing. I have 6 devices watching, trying to find more. Okay. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, come on in. If you're watching this on replay, now is as good a time as ever to hit that thumbs up button, even if it's a week later. It still counts, all right? Tonight's topic, the BC, the birth certificate, and the COLB, the secret. Shh, don't tell anybody, all right? This is gonna be a hard hitter. BB Production says, don't forget to drop a like and share as you come on in. All right, yeah, make sure you post this, share this to the Facebook page, your Facebook page, and to your other platforms and what have you. Help us out. Help us spread the word. KnowledgeWell is very relevant, even though people don't yet know it. We got a lot of people to reach, but we do understand we're not going to reach everyone, and that's quite all right. That's quite all right. All right. Let he or she that hath an ear hear. Okay. Not everybody's meant to hear this, and not everybody is meant to see it. That's just the dirty. So I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. Okay. I was not only called, but I am chosen. All right. So we're going to make it happen with who we have. All right. Let me just do some announcements real quick, and then we'll get into the thick of it. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Just so you know how to contact, if you would like a consultation or whatever, you can always use the the email right here, KnowledgeWell for you at gmail.com. That's KnowledgeWell, the number 4, the letter U at gmail.com. If you're interested in a consultation, certainly pertaining to what you're going to hear tonight. All right. We got the sauce. We got the remedy, the sauce. All right. And we will share it with you, with all those who are responsible and who have good intentions. Okay. Also, if you would like to donate to the KnowledgeWell Media and our KnowledgeWell Media family, you can do so scrolling across the bottom of the screen there. You can see donations to the CashApp, which is $American Consulate. Okay. $American Consulate. Value is defined as the amount that you are willing to pay for something. And so if you find value in what you hear this evening and in other uploads and lives, then it would behoove you to indicate so through showing value. Okay, value is defined as the amount you're willing to pay for something if it adds value to you. All right, other than that, we do have a store where you can pick up t-shirts and all kinds of brand items made courtesy of BB Productions. Don't worry, the mouth is just warming up. I'll get it going. You know how I do. No worries. Fret not. Fret not. But anyways, yeah, t-shirts, cups, mugs, and all that kind of thing, courtesy of BB Productions, BB Studios. And so yeah, if you're interested, you want to support us in that way. Like I said, mugs and all kinds of things like that. I wish I had some demos here, but maybe perhaps later I'll pull up some that so you can see. But you can always go over to BB Productions Studios and BB's Boutique on the YouTube channel, and you can see some of the things being made and the quality that she entails. All right, with that being said, so go on over and visit the Square site. There's also videos over there of past content and things that we pulled down and put into the private, things that were pretty hard hitting and we couldn't leave it up for obvious reasons, right? So if you are interested in that, go on over there and take your shopping cart with you, all right, and see what you would like to pick up from there. We also have the Patreon where we also store our hot ticket items, things that we don't put in the public. We put on over there, all right? So go and take a look in the KnowledgeWell vault over on the Patreon. But to get access to that, you have to join one of the tiers. The tier levels. We're going to be doing some reconstruction over there as well. Probably bring those costs down a little bit, but it's a great way to support. All right. It keeps us on the air. All right. With that being said, also, nothing that you hear here tonight, all right, is intended to be legal advice, nor should it be construed as legal advice. If you need legal advice, please seek yourself a competent attorney and please be advised. All right. Let's see. Anything else? I think we got it all out of the way. Let's go back to the comments section real fast. All right. Okay. BB Productions is doing the job. She's putting the links in the comment section for you. All right. Everything I just basically went over. All right. You ready to go? Tonight's topic, the birth certificate and COLB, or certificate of live birth. They are not one and the same. And this is unveiling the secret. All right. What are these things? What are these things? You've been carrying them around with you all your life. Yet, what are they? What is the birth certificate? How about we just start with defining what it is? All right. Okay. I know that you're hearing lots of things out there, lots of commentary, lots of assertions, lots of claims about the birth certificate, and is it backed by $1 billion and all this kind of thing, right? All these teachings. So let's uncover a few things about the birth certificate. So I feel like I'm forgetting something. But if anybody if I'm forgetting something, just hit me up in the comment section. I'm just gonna get going. Okay. All right. So legal. Let me share the screen for you. Let's get going. It's going to be fun. This is going to be fun. If you don't mind me being a little loopy, it's going to be fun. Yeah. Okay. Legal. Okay. Stay with me. Share that right there like that. Whoo. Yeah. Everybody had a good day? Here we go. So we're going to look at the legal definition of, let's just see what we get. Birth certificate. Let's get some foundation. Okay, let's see what they tell us. Why not? We'll start with the American Bar Association. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Let's see what they have to say.
Zoom in for you. All right. So birth certificates by the American Bar Association. Okay. This is from November 20th, 2018. Birth certificates. Says maybe yours is tucked in a box or filed for safekeeping. The odds are that you have one. A birth certificate on any given day, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, an estimated 10,800 babies are born in the United States, or one birth every 8 seconds. Wow. Most, if not all, of them will be issued birth certificates. A birth certificate is a document issued by a government that records the birth of a child for vital statistics, tax, military, and census purposes. Remember that. Okay? So it is it is issued by the government, and it records the birth of a child for what purposes? For vital statistics, tax, military, and census purposes. Okay. The birth certificate is among the first legal documents. What kind of document is it? See how they qualified it right off the bat. Legal documents an individual might acquire. They are so common that we might even overlook their significance. In the United States, birth certificates serve as proof. Okay. We're going to be stressing on the fact or the usage of the term certificates. Okay. As well as other focuses. So birth certificates serve as proof. So what does a certificate do? It proves something. So it proves an individual's age, citizenship status, that's key, and it proves identity. Okay? So age, citizenship, status, and identity. Okay? They are necessary to obtain a Social Security number. So which came first, the chicken or the egg? What comes first? The Social Security number or the birth certificate? It says that the birth certificate is necessary to obtain a Social Security number. You ain't getting one if you don't have a birth certificate, in other words. Also, to apply for a passport, you must have a birth certificate. Okay? Enroll in schools. Get a driver's license even. Gain employment. Or apply for other benefits. Okay, humanitarian Desmond Tutu described the birth certificates as a small paper, quote, a small paper, but it actually establishes who you are and gives access to the rights. Another key. What does it do? Not only does it prove your age or the citizen's age, the citizenship status, and the identity, but it also gives access to the rights and privileges and the obligations of citizenship. This little piece of paper does all of that. This is your birth certificate. Let me see if I need to read it further. No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to go down that rabbit hole. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. So which way do I want to go with this? I don't want to hit too hard and too fast. So let's just make sure that we are on the same page. Okay. So proof of the age, citizenship status, and identity. Identity means sameness, right? Sameness in law, sameness as accused of being, sameness as you claim to be, same as what you claim to be. That's what identity is. Okay. Citizenship status, individual's age, and not only that, but it actually gives access without the birth certificate you don't have access to the civil and political rights that you obtain from citizenship, nor do you have access to the privileges that are afforded the citizens. Okay. And it also establishes the obligations, that the duties that a citizen has upon taking citizenship. Now, with that being said, let's visit our old friend, the POMS manual, real quick. I'm still laying my foundation before I hit you with the wham wham. You know how, you know what we do. All right. Let's see. Where's that at? Legal name. See if it'll come up for me. Slow motion for me. Okay, so we're going to go over here to the Social Security Administration. And let me do, ooh, that's pretty close. Let's see if I can zoom back a little bit. And we're going to go to defining the legal name right here. As you can see, the URL at the top of the screens lets you know and displays that this is legit. It is active. You can go there yourself, in other words. Okay. Now, let's not forget, what does the birth certificate do? It proves. It is a proving document. It certifies, hence birth certificate. Okay? The individual's age, citizenship status, and identity. Okay? Not only that, but it also says, can I highlight both of these? Let me see. It establishes, won't let me do both. Okay. Establishes who you are and gives access to the rights and privileges and the obligations of citizenship. So we're just going to remember that. All right, here we go. What is the legal name? You know what? Let's do this first. Let's do this. Since we were talking about the birth certificate, let's do that first. We're going to go down here to the bottom, and we're going to look at B here. And it's going to tell you how you can provide evidence. Remember, we said the birth certificate, or they said the birth certificate is proof. Proof of what? Right here. The individual's age, citizenship status, and identity. And it also establishes who you are right here on the bottom and gives access to the rights and privileges and obligations of citizenship. So they said, here's how you prove or provide evidence of a legal name. I'll get to the legal name in a moment. In general, a U.S.-born person's legal name is the name shown on the presented U.S. birth certificate. There you go. So, bear with me. So, the birth certificate is proof of an individual's age, citizenship status, and identity. Wait a minute. Watch this. The birth certificate is on a certified paper, correct? That blue eggshell colored paper. It looks like a bond paper. I got some back here somewhere, right? It looks like bond paper, whatever. It's on a particular style of paper, heavy weight and all that kind of thing, right? So let me ask you a question. If I erased all of the ink, type font, and all that off of that paper, what would that paper be? What would that certification be? Or that paper, what would it be? In other words, nothing, right? It'd be nothing. What gives it its significance? What gives the birth certificate paper significance? Is it the paper itself? Stay right there. Well, I did have it. Oh, it is right here. It is. Camera. You see, the watermarks in this is bond paper. It's a fabric paper. You can't really, but you can see you see that? Like a check has the, I don't know if this is upside down. See, it has the security marks. You see what it says right there? So this is what they use. This is a type, it's like a cloth paper. It's got security marks in it. Security docs is where you get it from. There's watermarks in it. You know, supposed to be where you can't duplicate it. You can't really copy it and all that kind of stuff. My point is, that's the paper. So how much is that paper worth right now with no print on it? Nothing. Right? It's worth nothing. All right. You get my point? So what they're saying is, let me get back to it. I'm going somewhere. You know how we do. It says that the birth certificate is proof of an individual's age. How does that blank paper prove how old I am? It doesn't, does it? How does that blank security paper that I just showed you prove my citizenship status? It doesn't. It doesn't prove my identity. It does not give me access to rights and privileges and the obligations of citizenship either. So, brilliantly, we deduce that there has to be something on it. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? There has to be something on it. It's not just about the paper. And I'll even go as far as to say, if the state government had printed on that security paper, which they do, you know, all the fancy writing, the state of, and all that kind of stuff on that paper, it still has no value. What, in fact, gives it value then? Going back, it says, here's your answer. In general, a U.S.-born person's legal name is the name shown on the presented U.S. birth certificate. This heading says this is how you provide evidence of the legal name. It's not the paper. It's not the state of that's on the paper. It's the legal name that is on the paper that gives it its authority, its power. Makes sense? Makes dollar. So let's keep going. So we know how to prove the legal name. Why is that important? Let's go back up to the top now that we have established the evidence. Okay. So what is the legal name? Oh, Eureka. For all y'all that have been around here, this should be easy for you right here. I feel like I'm okay. Here we go. What is the legal name? Legal name consists of a first name and last name. We've done this. This is review. Okay. It consists of, it's made up of. So if you don't see first name and last name, it can't be a legal name, because a legal name has both first name and last name. What's the purpose of it? The legal name is the name used. Did you catch it? This is something that is used. So all you claiming the name, all you talking about you own the name. No, this is something that is used, meaning somebody's allowing you to use it. It don't belong to you. It don't belong to you. Just saying. It is the name used to do what? To sign legal documents, deeds, or contracts. Well, that's funny, because when we were back here at the American Bar Association site, and they were telling us about the birth certificate, what did they say about it? Remember, the legal name is affixed to this document, this birth certificate. And it says in review that it consists of the first and last name. Is that on the birth certificate? Do you see first name, last name on the birth certificate? Certificate? Of course you do. Especially, well, on the application, right? You filled it out. It says put your first name here, put your last name here. It's on there. Okay, moving forward. But its purpose is to sign. That's what the legal name is for, that is affixed on the birth certificate. It is to sign things, and it lists the 3 things that is used to sign for: legal documents, all legal documents, deeds to property, and or contracts, so that you can enter into contracts. All 3 of these are incorporated within what's called commerce or intercourse. So sum it all up. This whole discussion is going to strike right into commerce and trade. That's all it's about. Now, let's go back. So that's what it's for signing purpose. Now look remember what they said at the American Bar Association site right here. It's the document issued by a government. So it ain't yours. That name is for your use. It does not belong to you. It is issued by the government on the government documentation. Okay? It records the birth of a child for vital statistics, right? Tax. Remember, signing legal documents, deeds, or contracts. All of this is within the realm. When they do a census, you sign. When you join the military, it's a type of a contract, right? You contract for a term of years in the military. In exchange, they give you the GI Bill and all kinds of things. This is a contract deal. Certainly taxation. Okay? So you can see, now that you have the legal name, which is affixed to the birth certificate, now you are able to participate in commerce and trade, including registering vital statistics records, taxes, military, and the census, of course. Okay? The birth certificate is among the, okay. So there, so comment, where was it at? Okay, so remember, the birth certificate is able to prove something because you legitimize it, right? You legitimize it by taking on the legal name, which is affixed to it. So since you legitimize it, now it can be used to prove the age. Let me ask you a question. So the birth certificate has a legal name attached to it that was created by the state. It's a type of name. It is a legal name. But did you know you had a name that your mother gave you that is separate and distinct from the state constructed legal name? Did you know that you have another name? Let's look at that real quick before we move on with this. If you go here to number 2, it talks about another type of name. Why am I saying it's another name? It's not the same as the legal name. How do we know that? Because up here at A, it says what is a legal name. But when you go down here to A2, it talks about a given name and family name. They are not one and the same. Don't believe me? Let me show you. Look what it says. This is, again, the Social Security Administration's POMS manual. This instructs the worker, the employee of the Social Security Administration, on how to identify a legal name or how to define a legal name. This is an instruction to the worker. You don't work there. You weren't supposed to know this. You weren't supposed to see this. Look, what is it telling them to do? To translate the given names and family names shown on documents that you, the applicant, will submit as Social Security number evidence Remember, you had to have the birth certificate first in order to apply for the Social Security number. Remember that? Remember that? So you're going to come in and bring in legal documents that identify you, or as they said here, okay, the birth certificate proves your, come on now, an individual's age, citizenship status, and identity. See, you're going to come in with the birth certificate, and now you're going to come your happy self over to the Social Security Administration's office, and you're going to apply. And when you get there, that worker behind the desk is instructed to translate, which means to turn whatever given name and family name that you bring in there to apply for the Social Security number into a different language altogether. And since we are discussing and considering all things legal at this particular juncture, we must assume and we can presume that the language that they translate your given name and family name into is legalese, because we're discussing all things legal. This is under the legal order, under AKA positive law. And also because we can look up here and they're defining the legal name that is separate and distinct and distinguishable from what is known as your given name and family name. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Oh yeah, I'm starting to get in my zone now. Listen, hear me. So they're instructed to change your given name and family name. This is what you started with, in other words. This is your nativity, in other words. You know, organic versus GMO, basically. Right? Chicken before the egg. This is what you had coming in to apply. This is what you had before you came to be inducted into all things legal. And so once you came and you brought your nativity to the state on the altar of the American jurisprudence, okay, well, you brought in your given name and family name. And then they took that, you presented it, they took it, and then they translated it into legalese. Okay? And it ended up becoming right here, they translated to the first and last name on that application, on that Social Security number application. Okay? So you didn't have a legal name in the first instance. Well, I take that back. Wait a minute. I take that back. Correction. You had it on the birth certificate. The state created it. You must have the birth certificate first. Once you got that legal name, now you're coming to apply for the Social Security number, and the Social Security Administration must translate, because you didn't know really what you had. Right? So you're going to come in with the given name and family name. All you know is my mama called me this, and this is who I am. And so now when you come and they lay that application in your face, you're going to see first name, and it's going to have a blank line next to it. And then you're going to see last name. It's going to have a blank name, blank line next to it. And you're going to attach the only thing you know is the identity that your mother gave you. You didn't know all of these illegalities. You didn't know that. I didn't. Maybe some of y'all did. I didn't. Okay? I didn't. But maybe some of y'all did. But I know I did it in ignorance. Now, I'm not vilifying the system. I'm still not vilifying the system. I'm not vilifying government. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just stating a fact. Can we state what they type and they put into the public realm? Can we just state that without being a conspiracy theorist or whatever? You know what I mean? It's there. I'm just reading. I mean, if you feel like I'm misinterpreting it, let me know. Let me know. But as far as I know, this is what they were told to do, to translate. And I know what translate means. You can translate something from English to Spanish or Spanish to English. I know what it means to translate. All right. So with that being said, basically you came in with something that your mom gave you, whatever, right? Now, I'm thinking as I'm speaking here, okay, because you are bringing the birth certificate, okay, because it said you had to have that first. But again, I am posing to you that more than likely you did not know what was taking place, this translation, because I didn't know anything about this translation taking place until I had come across this Palms manual. And this is clearly an instructional to the employees of the Social Security Administration. We would not know this otherwise. I don't work there. I'm not going to read. I don't read every other company's manuals on how they do their business behind their closed doors. This is just based off my study and research. I had to dig to get this, to unearth this. Other than that, we would have never known that they translate your name from this to that. Looking at the comment section real fast. All right. Joseph Henson gives a 777. BB Productions gives a 777. I feel myself getting stronger. And it's not just because of this smoothie. Ooh. Yeah. I need that. I got to put the minerals back in me. All right. Terry Camp says 777. Joseph Henson, I like how you said the altar of American jurisprudence. Qui pro domina justitia sequitur. All right. I think I've heard of that before. Qui pro domina. You want to interpret that or translate that for us? The inscription qui pro domina justia sequitur is the motto that appears on the Department of Justice seal and translates to Attorney General who prosecutes on behalf of Our Lady Justice. Yeah, absolutely. All God says fire. All right. Joseph Henson says Lady Justice is capitalized, and according to U.S. Gov Printing Style Manual, January 1959, page 26, religious terms 3.34. Okay. Yeah, Lady Justice is certainly a god, a type of goddess. I mean, and I believe Lady Justice is the statute of that's holding the scales and is blindfolded. Justice is blind. Lady Justice. The Roman cult, they always created these statutes out of clay and the things that Christians were allegedly told not to do. Clay and wood statues and all. That's the Greco-Roman and all. That's what they did. The Greeks, that was their thing. We're not that. I'm not that. You know what I mean? Like that was their thing. It's still here. They still follow it. It's all over Washington, D.C. You can see all the structures and all that kind of thing. It's just man being silly. That's all it is. The Lady Justice appears on Baltimore City government mail. Yeah, it's everywhere. It's usually attorneys have it on their mail as well. Like, you see it all everywhere. But it's indicative of the cult. All right, let's get back. Thank you, Joseph Henson, for that. So again, I guess you're coming in with that name. The legal name was already established. It was already created. The Social Security Administration is merely defining what it is for the workers, for the employment. employees. Okay, so that they can recognize it, and then they're told what to do. Okay, it's important that these documents are done correctly, right? And in accordance. These are attorneys. You know that attorneys are the ones, the legal order created this instructional, because they're going to make sure they're going to do the checks and balances, right? Because if this is ever brought in court, right, everything has to be consistent, right? It's the, I mean, for goodness sake, it's the Social Security Administration. It's got to be consistent. Okay, otherwise lawsuits would tear the whole administration apart. Okay, so you know they did it. They know what they were doing. We didn't know what they were doing. It is what it is. It's part of the game. Ignorance of the law is of no excuse. We have to learn, and that's what we're doing. That's why you're here. Okay, so once we become aware of this, we're gonna then we can move on and we can learn how to play this game the correct way. All right. So later on that, because we need to talk a little bit of remedy. I need everybody that is on the team, everybody that is here on a regular basis. I want to announce something at the end. Don't let me forget, okay? Because we're going to set up a Zoom meeting, and I need to speak with all of you who are my regulars and anybody else that is serious about this, what we're doing here, okay? Don't let me forget. I know Joseph won't let me forget. Okay, here we go. Let's keep going. So so again, the birth certificate is our conversation. Our topic is the BC, the birth certificate, and the COLB secret. Okay. So again, it's all about proving things. It certifies things. That's the key. And the things that it certifies: the individual's age, the citizenship status, the identity, and it also again establishes who you are, and it gives access to the rights and privileges and the obligations of citizenship across the bottom there. Okay. And the reason why it has that significance, the reason why it has that authority, and the reason that it has that power or capacity is because they attach a capacity to it. Did you hear what I said? Because they attach a capacity to it. Because if they had not given it capacity, ability, what is the here? Did we ever look up the legal definition of capacity? Legal definition of capacity. Because I say it all the time. Let's see what they have to say. Let's see. Let's get something. Okay, let's do Cornell law here. What is capacity? All right. Capacity refers to the ability. The certification, the document, the paper, the birth certificate, okay, gets its ability. It has, or capacity is attached to it, giving it an ability, all right, capacity to make rational decisions based upon all relevant facts and considerations. Okay, so this is some common uses of the term capacity in a legal sense include, all right, and common law. Let's see, in the context of contract law, the term capacity denotes a person's ability to satisfy the elements required for someone to enter binding contracts. Okay. In the context of wills, the maker of the will must have testamentary capacity. Okay, let's see if I just wanted okay, I guess this will have to do. It's just a generic capacity refers to the ability to make, but we just need this part. It's about ability. All right. That paper, that security paper, does not have an ability just because it's security paper, is my point. The legal name that is attached to it affords a particular capacity, or, excuse me, ability. How do we know that? Right here. One more time. Look at right here. Remember what the legal name is? It's used to sign legal documents, deeds, or contracts. If you do not have the legal name, you do not have capacity, aka the ability to sign legal documents, deeds, or contracts. Got it? Get it? Got it? Good. Okay. So that's what it does. It gives capacity, the ability to do these three things. That's what it's all about. Okay? Want to make sure that we got it. All right. I think we're good on those. Again, the topic, the birth certificate and the COLB. Let's look up what the certificate of live birth is real quick. I just want to see what they have to say generically. Okay. And then we'll dive into the CDC article that I have for you. It's going to be goody. It's going to be goody. All right. Here we go. Legal definition. I'm a little slow right now. Y'all gotta forgive me. I am tired. Legal definition of certificate of live. Let's see if it'll give it to me. If not, we'll just go right to the CDC. Let's see. All right. What do we got? The certificate of live birth is an unofficial document that verifies a baby's birth and is created by hospital staff. Wait a minute. I thought the birth certificate is created by the government, the state. It has a legal name affixed to it, right? And you have to bring that document that you get from the state in order to get a Social Security a number. But this is altogether different because it says it's the certificate of live birth is an unofficial document. It does not get certification. It's unofficial. Look, that verifies a baby's birth and is created by who? This is created by the hospital staff. There's one distinction. Birth certificate is created by who? The state of the COLB, though, alternatively, is created by hospital staff shortly after the birth. The hospital uses the certificate to keep track of births and then sends it to the vital records office, where it is used to create the baby's birth certificate. They're being tricky. I'm going to show you. They're being very tricky. But they won't trick me or you. Let's see what else they're saying. The certificate of live birth simply verifies that you are. Oh, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. Look what they've done. Look at the birth certificate. Look at the certificate of live birth simply. Oh, it ain't going to be that simple. Simply verifies that you are medically alive. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Medically alive. They made the distinction. They did it, not me. It verifies that you are medically alive. We are traversing over into the natural realm by the COLB, certificate of live birth. Stay with me. Whereas the birth certificate verifies who you are, who your parents are, where you were born, and your date of birth. Without your birth certificate, you cannot prove who you are. But wait a minute. All I need to do is prove that I'm alive and in existence. Ain't that good enough? Wouldn't that be good enough? I am man, hear me roar. My mom can vouch for my birth. Wait. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. I get it, right? So me, my mom, maybe my dad, if I can find them. No, I'm just messing with you. Anyways, right? They can verify my birth. So what else? Why would I need something else? Why would I need anything else? Ain't that good enough? Perhaps my auntie, perhaps my grandma, rest in peace, right? Couldn't they all just say he was born? We were there. We witnessed it. We know who he is. Why is it also there necessary for there to be a birth certificate then that verifies who I am, who your parents are? I mean, can't they just write up an affidavit and say, we know who he is? Huh? We are his parents. He was born here. And the date of birth was this. Why can't they just do that? Why we need a birth certificate? Look, it says without your birth certificate, you cannot prove who you are. But my mama can prove who I am. Uh-oh. This is going to get good. Listen, so that was study.com, criminal justice overview. Let's just get into it. I was trying to hold off. Let's just get into it. So we're going to go over here. Okay. Watch this. Watch this. We are at, can y'all read that? Hospitals and Physicians Handbook on Birth Registration. And this is, Hospitals and Physicians Handbook on Birth Registration and Fetal Death Reporting. Hold on. I'm going to bring it. You know how I'm going to tie it all in. This is from 1987, October 1987. U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Public Health Service, National Center for Health Statistics. This handbook is prepared. Can y'all read that? I can blow it up a little bit. This handbook is prepared by the National Center for Health Statistics. That's who it was. I don't know why I said CDC. U.S. Public Health Service, Department of Health and Human Services, and contains instructions for physicians, hospital personnel, and others with responsibilities for completing and filing records of birth and fetal death. It pertains to the 1989 revisions of the U.S. Standard Certificate of Live Birth and U.S. Standard Report of Fetal Death, and the 1977, how you like that? 77, baby, the year I was born. The 1977 revision of the Model State Vital Statistics Act and Regulations. This handbook is intended to serve as a model for adaptation by any vital statistics registration area. That includes yours. Okay? Let's get into it. We are going to go downtown. The purpose. Okay. I'll let you read all that on your own. A birth record is a statement of facts concerning an individual. It is a permanent, what kind of record? Legal record. Which sphere are we traversing into at this point in time? Which sphere are we about to traverse into? Whenever you start seeing the trigger term legal, you're going from natural law under the moral sphere into positive law under what's known as the jural sphere. You are about to descend from heavenly places as mankind. You're about to descend into an artificial reality. A legal reality. I just want you to get that. Now listen, come with me into the legal realm, okay? But beware, because if you're caught in the dream state, that's the only way that Freddy Krueger can get you. All right? So stay woke. Stay woke. Yeah, all right. So it is a permanent legal record. How long is permanent? How long is permanent? Do you recall and remember? I wonder if you recall and remember one William Blackstone. Y'all ready for this? What were the three reasons for the creation of what are known as artificial persons? Say it with me. Perpetual succession, number one. Number two, a type of legal immortality. And number three, to obtain a coercive power to substantiate an obligation or to create a substantial obligation. That is what William Blackstone stated in 1765 are the reasons that they came up with and created what are known as artificial persons. And here in your reading, you can clearly see that they said the birth certificate or the certificate of live birth, a birth record, is a statement of facts concerning an individual. It is a statement of facts concerning an individual. Look, it is a permanent, perpetual succession, a type of legal immortality, permanent record. Look, throughout life, a person uses his or her birth certificate to do what? Prove age. Remember they said that? Remember the American Bar Association said that? Prove age, parentage, so who your parents are, and to prove citizenship. That's it and that's all. Now, they already told you, and you're going to see again, they already told you that the certificate of live birth is for medical purposes. That's talking about you naturally in bodily form, mind, body, and soul. However, the birth certificate, because we have traversed over into the legal realm. Oh, no, they didn't. Let's do this. Let's do this. I like word pictures. Let me, if I can get this to work, just let me know if y'all can hear me. Y'all got to see this. Wait, oops, my bad. Hold on. Y'all got to see this. What are they telling us, y'all? What are they telling us? Remember, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I probably got to turn that other mic on. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Give me a 777 in the comment section if you can hear me. I have to demonstrate this. I will not do you the disservice of giving you half of what I full well know. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I did take off that. Can y'all hear me? Okay, they can hear me. You can hear me good?
Did you switch
Testing
it?
1, 2.
Did you switch it here? Not there. Here. Just switch your input here. Settings.
Hold on, y'all. Stand by.
And change it.
I thought we did
audio.
all this.
No. Because remember it's OBS. So change it to the line codec. Yep.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me, y'all? Testing. All right. Hopefully I didn't mess anything up. All right. Here we go. Look what they said, y'all. They about to make me upset. Playing with my emotions. Smokey, playing with my emotions. Like I can't see what y'all doing. All right. It says, first off, we got the line of demarcation. Remember, we got the natural and the artificial. All right. We got positive law and we got natural law. God, the source, said humans stay in nature. Stay on your side. Stay in your lane. You have no business going over or down into the land of artificial entities. stay on the porch, like Mama used to say. Over there is where the dead are, corporations. You don't belong there. Now that's what nature, that's what God, the creator of nature, whatever your God may be, we're not going to play that game tonight, said you stay here, humans, and artificial, you stay in the underworld. But lo and behold, man has been going over here at liberty. They put the legend of Adam and Eve in Genesis of the woman being lured over here. When God or nature says, you stay here, you're a human being, do not go over there. But they did it anyways because of the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. Looking over the fence, the grass is greener on the other side. So they disobey God's natural order to pursue after the new world order. Yes, this is transhumanism 101. This is what it's really all about. All the other stuff, the politics, the voting, all of that is a mirage. It's just a smokescreen. Because this is what it really comes down to. So when you traverse this line, when the humans blend this or blur this line and you find yourself over here, that is a breach. That is a breach of the moral law. God's law is the moral law. The moral law. We're going to get back to the birth certificate. Just stay with me. This is very important. Moral law. It's also, and under the moral law is the natural law. So if you don't stay your butt over here where all humans are supposed to live at, then you are breaching the moral law. The way that you breach the moral law is by committing what is called a trespass. A trespass is a transgression. So the trespass is when you go over on somebody else's property that you don't belong on. The human does not belong in the underworld where corpse, dead bodies, corporations, artificial persons are. If you do so, you commit what is called a transgression, trans being the operative part of the term. That means to go across, transportation, a transaction, trading. And the culmination or the result of all of this is sin. Sin. Or as I think Joseph said, your social insurance number. Pretty good there, Joseph. So yes, if you trespass, if a human goes on the property of the underworld where the corporations reside, the artificial, that is a trespass. You are where you don't belong. And that's why you find yourself getting citations and tickets and you go bankrupt or you're bankrupted or you're sued or whatever, because you have committed a trespass and you didn't know how to play the game, but you found yourself in the artificial realm and you're getting swallowed up by the legal order, the judges, the attorneys, and whatever. You find yourself lost, and therefore now I need representation. I need somebody from the legal order now to handle my affairs, turning myself into a type of ward of the state because I'm where I have no business being until I know the rules to the game. Are you picking up what I just put down? And so now you have committed a transgression, a sin, a moral breach of God's law. And so this is the demonstration of what we just read, because it says, it makes the distinction here at this Hospitals and Physicians Handbook on birth registration between what is called the birth certificate and the COLB, or certificate of live birth. And it lets you know that the certificate of live birth is only for medical purposes. It proves that you are medically alive. If you are medically alive, as opposed to legally in existence, an entity, entity, that's what it means, in existence. See, but I am medically alive. I am on this side of the ledger, on this side of the realm. I am in the moral sphere under moral law. I am mind, body, and soul. Same cannot be said over here. These are non-sentient entities, beings. So it says this is where the COLB does its thing. Over here, it certifies that you are medically alive. That is not on the legal side of things. On the legal side of things, you're talking about the birth certificate. This had, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. That has everything to do with the legal order. Now, let's get back, shall we? Is that good? Is that good? Is that good or what? I'm going to be goofy, y'all. Y'all have to excuse me. Whew. Yeah. All right, let's get back to it. Wanda's in the building. All right. I knew you'd make it. Joseph was letting us know you'd be on your way. All right. 777. Feel myself getting stronger. Is this good? Let's get it. So, now you know the distinction between the COLB and the birth certificate. Dun, 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 dun. So let's keep going. A birth record is a statement of facts concerning an individual. It is a permanent legal record. Perpetual succession and a type of legal immortality. It's forever, baby. It outlasts your humanity. Uh-oh. Switch my mic back. I'm sorry. Wait, let me get it. Oh, see, I don't want to have to do this every time. Every time. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. One day we will have our team together. I need y'all help. One day we're going to have it. All right. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully we're good. All right. So it is a permanent, remember, legal immortality. There's your permanent. Permanent is permanent. All right. Throughout life, a person uses his or her birth certificate. This is in the legal order to prove age, parentage, and citizenship. Birth certificates are needed for entrance to school. Legal, we're all in the legal realm. Thank you, Joseph. Says I'm sounding good. Awesome. How about voter registration? Politics in the legal realm. Obtaining a driver's license. Do I need to say anything? Marriage license, legal realm. Passport, legal realm. Veterans benefits, welfare aid, legal realm. Social Security benefits, Eureka, and many other purposes. Let's keep going. Society would be greatly misserved if the birth certificate was used only, watch this now, watch how they be shiesty with it, was used only for legal purposes. Annual vital statistics are compiled on the number and rate of births by characteristics. I'm going to let you read the rest of that so that we can expedite. Let's get to the meat and the potatoes. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Yeah, I'm going to let you read all this. I'll let you do your due diligence on that. I'm just going to give you the meat. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Right here in the middle. This is going to, this is the format of the live birth certificate. Watch how they play words here first. Don't worry. They're not going to get us. Watch. The format of the live birth certificate is designed to further assure confidentiality of information. The upper part of the certificate contains information for the identification of the child, a description of when and where the birth occurred, and items relating to the certifier or attendant at birth, and items identifying the mother and the father. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Copper G 75 says 777. I finally caught you live. I'm out. Start running. Welcome. So good to have you here, Copper G. I don't know why. Are you? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Copper Moonshine or something like that. Copper Moon. Okay. I didn't know if that was you or not, but welcome. Welcome to the family. Hopefully you'll stick around for a while. We're doing great things here. Everybody welcome Copper G to the family. Appreciate you for being here. All right, let's keep going. So correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they say that the birth certificate, whoa, I just lost my, okay. Didn't they say that the birth certificate does all of this stuff here? Talks about the attendant at birth, identifies the mother and father, right? It talked about that thing. It tells who you are, where the birth occurred. That was the birth certificate, right? Then why are they saying that the upper part of the live birth certificate contains this? Watch this. Watch this. Now, reading on. This information is routinely provided in certified copies. Let me ask you a question. See if you were paying attention. Is the COLB certified? Was the certificate of live birth certified? They said it's an unofficial document, if you recall and remember. So they're not talking about the COLB here, because they said, look, this information is routinely provided in certified copies of the birth record to be used for legal purposes. Now watch this. The lower portion of the certificate of live birth is designed only for medical and health uses. Now, I'm going to give, they're going to warn the hospital physician right here. Watch this. Watch how they warn them. This information is never, they put emphasis on it, to be included on certified copies. Oh, I don't think y'all caught what we just uncovered here. Watch this. I'm going to break it down for you. Let's go back to the whiteboard. I'm going to read it back. We're going to break this down. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to read it back, but I'm going to draw it out in word picture so you can get it. I switch my mic again. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, we got to fix this. Stay right. Okay. We got to do this though. I need you to know this. All right, let's do this. Look what they said. Look what they said. How you gonna look what they said? Look what they said. All right. Look what Look what they said, y'all. I'm going to read it. Uncovering here. Uncovering like nobody's business. Ain't nobody talking about this. Watch this. This is what's going on. This is what's going on. The secret. Look, they said the format of the live birth certificate. So let's draw what they're saying. They're using legal legal obfuscations and whatever. I'm gonna decode it for you though, because they're trying to trick us. But watch how I'm gonna get them. Look, they said the format of the live birth certificate. That's the topic. Is designed to further assure confidentiality of information. It says the upper part of the certificate. Okay. I'm gonna play with you. Y'all want to play with us? We're gonna play back. We're gonna play back. Watch this. They want to play. So they said, watch. They want to play. So let's play with them. Let's show them what we do here at KnowledgeWell Media. Watch this. They said the upper part. So there's an upper part. Let's play their game. Upper part. Because we love legal stuff, don't we, y'all? We love the way they play games, so we're gonna play right along with it. Let's just play with them. Okay. So they said the upper part of the certificate. What certificate were they talking about? They called it the live birth certificate. That's spelled wrong. Messing with my OCD. Certificate. Yep. So they said the upper part. So we labeled it. Look, the live birth certificate. That's the topic. So the upper part of the certificate contains information for the identification of the child. Okay. So it contains. This is identification. They said it. I'm not making this up. Identification. Oh, y'all ain't ready for this. Identification of child. Okay, play games. I'm your huckleberry. Watch this. Now, that's what's up there. Okay, it says a description of when and where the birth occurred, and the items relating to the certifier or attendant at the birth, and items identifying the mother and father. So all that's on this right here, on the upper part of the so-called live birth certificate. Let's move on, shall we? This information, I'm reading, this information is routinely provided in certified copies. Oh, okay. We right with you. Watch this. So this information, all that we just read up there, is routinely provided, what did it say? In certified copies. So let's just do this. So this is now a certified copy. This information is going to be routinely, what did it say? Is routinely provided in certified copies of the birth record. Okay, so this is a certified copy of, I'm sorry, y'all, it's messy. Certified copy of birth record. Watch out, I'm finna. We good at this, y'all. We good at this. We do word pictures for this very purpose. Watch this. So we got the live birth certificate, the upper part of which contains the identification of the so-called child, including the place of birth, the mother and parenting, the parentage, and what have you, right? And then it says that this information on the upper part of the live birth certificate is routinely included in certified copies of the birth record. Let's keep going. Is routinely provided in certified copies of the birth record. What is the purpose of this birth record? Look what it says right now. It says to be used for legal purposes. This is only, come on now, work with me. Only for
legal purposes. Da, 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 da. The certified copies of the birth record is to be used only for legal purposes, not natural purposes, not any other purpose except for purposes going to the legal order, in the jural society, in the land of the artificial, on that side of the ledger, not under natural law, only legal purposes. I'm going to give you those legal purposes in a moment. They've already listed them. Remember the information that goes here, the identification of the child, it says, a description of when and where the birth occurred, items relating to the certifier or attendant at the birth, and items identifying the mother and the father. Okay. And it says that that information is routinely provided in certified copies of the birth record to be used for legal purposes. Now, let's move on. Don't worry. I got you. Watch this. Watch this. Now, let's talk about this same live birth certificate. And now we're going to talk about the lower portion. Are you with me? So we got the top, what's called the upper portion. Now let's talk about, because it's a lower portion. There's a lower portion. What do they call it? Yeah, they call it the lower portion. This is the lower portion. Wait, stay consistent here. This is the lower portion. And don't get it twisted. This is the legal order. Therefore, you must stay consistent with the terminologies that they use. Don't make the mistake of interchanging these. They are using terms like upper part and lower portion as legal terms. You cannot just come in there and change that and make a claim or something like that and don't use the proper terminologies, in other words. They did this on purpose. Otherwise, they would have said upper part, lower part. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? They didn't do that. They said upper part, lower portion. You can't come and change that. Let me look at the comment section because y'all going ham. Oh, it's like, oh, we ain't even got nowhere yet. We might have to do a part 2. All right, all the welcomes to Copper. Thank you for being here again. Heather Bell, where have you been? My goodness, the whole family's here tonight. I'm so honored. Greetings, Heather. Good to see you. Yep, Heather Bell, glad I was able to catch the live. Awesome. Good to have you. Kimberly Simpson's in the building. Everybody, what is it, Christmas? Now they are saying it doesn't identify the child. Oh, just wait. We're going to get there, sis. We're going to get there. Just wait. Okay, so check this out, y'all. Check this out. Oh, before y'all go to sleep on me, I need Sunday, 3 p.m., okay? The family needs to come together. We're going to be talking the remedy as it stands today. We're going to be starting our courses going forward with our remedy, including the trust. If you started a trust with us, you need to get back with us so that we can move forward, okay? So I'm going to make, okay? So Sunday at 3 p.m. If you are interested, if you can make it, please hit the email right there, knowledgewell4u@gmail.com. It's very important, trust me, to be there, okay? Hit the email and let me know that you can make it. We can fluctuate. If you got to do it earlier, like 2 o'clock, that's fine. But for right now, we're thinking, Kenneth Redder is in the building. What is going on? Where you been at? Blue Marble, everybody's here. Welcome, family. Listen, y'all. It's very important. I'm going to send a Zoom link. We're going to do this like we used to do family-wise. We're going to come back together, and I need to share with y'all the remedy. Y'all are my core. I always said that I ain't going to forget y'all for sticking with me. I need y'all to be there, okay? This Sunday, was it this Sunday? Yeah, this Sunday, either 2 or 3, okay? So I'll send everybody the Zoom link that hits up my email tonight and lets me know that they're interested in it, okay? I will send you the Zoom link, and then we'll have our family get together, okay? You got it. You need to be there. Trust me on this one, okay? All right.
Why do they only put the mother's maiden last name on the birth certificate if she's married? Good question. We're going to get to that. Okay, so BB Production says, yes, this Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Central Standard Time. I need y'all to be there, okay? I need y'all to be there. Okay. And anybody else that is serious about remedy, serious about what we're doing here, I none of the riffraff, serious about it, okay? All right, so that's the announcement. Please let me know at the email that you can make it. That will be I'll send out the Zoom link for you. All right, let's get back. Let's see. Maybe I can do like this. No, I can't do it like that. Can I do it like this? Nope, I can't do it like that. Wait a minute. No, because then you can't see the board. You can't do that either. Maybe you can see like that. So I just want to make sure you can see what I'm reading. I don't know if you can, but okay, let's get back to it. The lower portion now, lower portion of the certificate of live birth. See how they played with us? Do you see how they played with us? Because they started off talking about live birth certificate. But now that they're talking about the lower portion of the live birth certificate, suddenly they switched it and said, you see it right here? See it? Now they switched this name here of this document to the certificate of live birth, which y'all all know about the certificate of live birth, didn't you? Don't you? Now they're calling it the COLB, the certificate of live birth. See, that's how the legal order works. Legalese is very confusing if you don't have eyes to see and ears to hear. This is the point I'm trying to stress to you. You cannot just read this as if it's just regular English. It's not, because they're going to get you. You're going to be like, wait, I thought what's a live birth certificate? Oh, it's simply the COLB, the certificate of live birth that we all know about. Then why did they start off calling it the live birth? See? Anyways, they can get others, but they ain't going to get me. All right, let's keep going. The lower portion of the certificate of live birth is designed, say constructed, legally, man-made, designed. They made it this way on purpose. Only for what? Only for medical purposes. This is the mind, body, and soul. This is not I gotta say that again. It felt good. I got chills when I said that. Y'all get chills? Listen. The lower portion of what they first said was the live birth certificate. Now we know it's really the certificate of live birth. The upper part is the identification of the child. Y'all about to make me show out all this support y'all giving me tonight. Y'all, I'm finna show out. Watch this. I'm finna show out. This is not hit. There's nothing else hitting this hard. I'm gonna show you why I'm saying that in a minute. You're gonna be like, damn. Okay, watch what I tell you. Y'all thinking something of somebody, y'all already see what's happening. Some of y'all already know what's going on right here. Some of y'all already see it. Some of y'all have been here. Y'all see it. Look, the COLB is this document here. They can't fool us anymore, so we can just erase that and call it what it tis. They can't fool us anymore. We know what it is. This document right here is the certificate of live birth. That's what it is. Oops. Why are we off the screen? That's weird. That is weird. We're gonna have to recenter. And I'm dropping the mic. Let's see if I can fix it. Bear with me. Hold on. All right. Hopefully you can hear me. This is the certificate of live birth. Now we know what it is. They cannot fool us anymore. This is the certificate of live birth, and the certificate of live birth is 2 documents in one. It is an upper part and there is a lower part. Look at it. Look at your certificate of live birth and you will see that it is in 2 parts. The upper part will have the identification of the child. Oh, okay. Just stay right there. Stay right there. Stay right there. I'm gonna have to pull this one down for sure. I'm pulling this one down. Family, you better record it. Hold on. I gotta switch my mic. I might have to pull this one down. I'm putting too much sauce out there. Too much. Okay, let me 1 moment. Let me show you why this is. Let me show you first of all why I'm chosen to do what I'm doing. For one. All right. You see, they said this. We're talking about the certificate of live birth. The certificate of live birth is made in 2 parts. If you look at your document, you will see it clearly. You will see that they put things in boxes. So they're really making a division on 1 sheet of paper. But see, if you don't know the rule of the 4 corners, the boxes and whatever, yeah, it's really 2 in 1. The top portion. Okay, so the top portion, remember they said here, let me get back. Remember where we started at? Remember they said, no, that ain't gonna work. Stay right there. Hold on. Remember they said, remember that? Remember, the birth certificate is a document. Okay, where did it say? Look, is a document issued by a government that records the birth of the child for vital statistics, tax, military, and census purposes. The birth certificate, okay, blah, blah, blah. Where was that at? In the United States, birth certificates serve as proof of an individual's age. They are talking about the birth certificate. It proves your age. It proves the status of your citizenship. It proves your identity. Didn't they say that the upper part of the certificate of live birth identifies the child? So let me do it for you. The upper part of the certificate of live birth is the information that is put onto the certified copy of the birth record, which is used only for legal purposes. That is the birth certificate that you can go down to not vital statistics, but you can go down to your county office and get as many copies as you need. I think up to 10 per year or something like that. That's why they said the one that is routinely, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, here. Remember? Look. Where'd you go? Come on now. My eyes are getting. Where is it at? The lower part of the certificate of live birth is designed only for medical purposes. Oh, right here. This information is routinely provided in certified copies of the birth record to be used for legal purposes. That is your birth certificate. The upper part of the certificate of live birth, they extract the information off of there to create what is known as the birth certificate. That's what they're telling you. And the top, and that birth certificate is used only for legal purposes. Purposes within the legal order. Okay? So now it makes the distinction and says that the lower portion of the certificate of live birth is designed only for medical and health uses. Okay? And it says, and they give caution to the medical physicians and the attendants that information, that medical information, is never to be included on certified copies, meaning don't you ever include the medical information with the birth certificate. Why might that be? Anybody got an answer? Why would they be cautioning the medical attendants and physicians? Never, with emphasis. See the emphasis? They emphasize it right there. You see it? Never. It is so important that you never put the medical and health information, never include that on certified copies. What certified copies are they talking about? The certified copy of the birth record. That is the part that is only for legal purposes, because the medical and health uses speaks to the natural. Whereas the legal purposes are under the legal order on the artificial side of the ledger. You don't mix the artificial with the natural. The scripture says, let me show you something. Yeah, you knew where I was going. Look. Where is it at? Come on now, give me the full thing. I know it's got to be 2 Corinthians 6 and okay, let's see if they give it to me here. Watch this, y'all. They've been telling us this the whole time. Is this the one that's going to do it here? Oh, we've been on for an hour. Okay, dude. Let's see if it'll do it. Second. Behold, now is the acceptable time. Can y'all read that? Here, look. Come on, get out of there. Behold, now is the acceptable time. Behold, now is the day of salvation, giving no cause for offense in anything, so that the ministry will not be discredited, but in everything commending ourselves as servants of God in much endurance and afflictions, in hardships and distress and beatings and imprisonment and tumults and labors and sleeplessness and hunger, in purity and knowledge and patience and kindness and the Holy Spirit and genuine love, in the word of truth and the power of God. Wait a minute. Come on now. Where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? That's not what I was looking for. Okay. Stay with me. Hold on, y'all. I done got all. Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness? I know it's in here. Quit playing with me. Darkness. Hold on. Okay, so anyways, basically, you can see here at 14, they're talking about being unequally yoked. And it talks about don't be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship? And it goes through several scenarios of distinction. Light with darkness, righteousness with unrighteousness. And what community, and what concord has Christ with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement hath the temple of God with idols? Right? So it's making that it's putting that contrast out there. Okay, you said, wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. That was number 17. But the point I'm making, okay, you said 18, and oh, be Father. No, I thought there was a scripture that talked about the living and the dead. Like, don't mix the living with the dead. I know it is, okay, but for time's sake, y'all can look it up. If y'all find it, let me know. But we got to move forward, okay? Time is getting long. So the point is that you're not supposed to mix the two. And they know this. The legal order knows this. They know the difference between legal and law. They are not ignorant of that. They know they don't mix it. And so that's why they're making those distinctions here. Again, to the whiteboard. Let me, again, I got more. Worry not, fret not. Look, that's why they're making those distinctions. What? Okay. It's cutting off the board. So you can see the separation. Again, the upper part is the identification of the child. This is for legal purposes. They're going to end up taking the information from the top of the certificate of live birth, and they're going to end up legally constructing what you now know as the birth certificate that you have at home with you right now. They're going to create that from this document, and they're only going to take it from the upper part. Let's stay consistent with the legal order. And they're going to put it there. And this is what you're going to get. It says routinely. They're going to cut these to you as much as you need, but they're only used for legal purposes. That bottom portion, however, is only for medical purposes, because this is the natural part. This goes to natural law, your mind, body, and soul. This, on the other hand, the one that you always can get, pay $10 for, this is only for legal purposes. It's on the jural side, under the jural law, artificial persons, juristic persons, corporations, etc., etc. That's what that's for. Not this. This is for medical purposes only. It proves that you are medically alive. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I hope so. So let's drive it home for the night here. It's 8:18. Oh, yes. Heather Bell said Ecclesiastes 9, 4, and 10. What does that say? Ecclesiastes. 9, 4, and 10. Let's see what it says. 9, 4, and 10, you said? Or 4 through 10? Anyone who is among the living has hope. Even a live dog is better off than a dead lion. For the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. They have no further reward, and even their name is forgotten. Okay, this is the New International Version. I do not like reading from there. I like King James. I don't want no watered down stuff. For to him that is joined to all the living, there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. Neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished. Neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. Go thy way, Eat thy bread with joy and drink thy wine with a merry heart, for God now accepteth thy works. Let thy garments be always white, and let thy head lack no ointment. Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest all the days of thy life, of thy vanity, which he hath given thee under the sun, all the days of thy vanity. For that is thy portion in this life, and is thy labor which thou takest under the sun. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. Okay, that's not the one I was talking about, but it's good nonetheless. Let's move forward. Thank you for for trying. Why is there more than that? Okay? Let me. All right, we gotta bring this, wrap this up. So listen, the point is that they make the distinction, okay, between the birth certificate and the lower portion of the certificate of live birth for medical purposes, which proves that you are medically alive. They make the distinction. Why is this important? Remember back here, now that we know, look, what is the birth certificate used for? What is the birth certificate used for? It is evidence of the legal name. It proves that you contain a sign, or it proves that you have a signing capacity to sign legal documents, deeds, or contracts right here. That's what the legal name is for. They affix it. That capacity that you are given, they affix it to what is called the birth certificate. In general, a U.S. born person's legal name is the name shown on the presented U.S. birth certificate, which is used to evidence that legal name. Now, the funny thing is what if you never take citizenship? Then you never get a legal name, nor will you have a birth certificate. So what does that mean? Also, let me see here. Don't want to go there right now. Nah. I don't want to go too deep down the rabbit hole tonight. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Let me show you this. Let me show you this, and then I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna just hit you with it because I can do that. I'm just gonna hit you with it, tap you with it, and get you real thirsty, right? And then I'm gonna leave you alone for the night. But there's good reason for it. Just chill. Don't be mad at me. There's good reason for it. Let me show you what this is about. Okay. Again, the topic was the birth certificate, the COLB, which we covered. I revealed to you the secret. When you look at your certificate of live birth, it has an upper part and a lower portion. I revealed to you what the upper part is and how that becomes what's known as the birth certificate. That birth certificate you get routinely. Whoop, whoop, whoop. They hand it out like this. $10, take it. What do you need it for? Oh, you want to get your kids in school? There's a birth certificate for you. Pew, 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 pew. Right? They just give them to you. It's for legal purposes. You want a passport? They want your birth certificate? Pew, 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 pew. There you go. Take that. Right? Now, how difficult is it to get your COLB? You know, that document that they don't want you to get. You know, all y'all were running to get authentications and all that kind of stuff, get your birth certificate, COLB authenticated. And they were like, we don't really give out certificate of live births. Now you know why. Run tell that. Let me show you this real quick. Let me hit you over the head with this. Now, this is my state, Wisconsin. All right. And we are at Wisconsin stats 54.870 because I memorized it. What does that say? Let me show you the power. Why do you have that birth certificate? Why did they give it to you? Let me show you something. Wisconsin statutes 54.870. If you look in your guardianship statutes, you're going to find something similar to this. I assure you of that. If you need help finding it, let me know. Look, 54.870 of the Wisconsin statute states that this is discussing the manner of creating, what does that say? Custodial property. Uh-huh. And it also is discussing effecting a transfer. And it also is discussing the designation of a custodian or the initial custodian who has or will obtain control. Watch this. Watch this. You ain't never had a friend like me. Now, why is this important right here, what I'm going over right now? Let me see if I can give you some. Let me see. Why is this important? Let me get to the top. Why is this? This is the chapter. Yeah. The whole internet about to go crazy because all these gurus, they get a hold of this. It's going to start making a lot of sense. All right. Look, Wisconsin, this is chapter 54. Guardianship and conservatorship. You don't say. You've been hearing a lot about trusts, the public trust, your private trust. This is why. Watch this. Guardianship and conservatorship. Look, definitions. Let's see what they're talking about here. Let me definitions. What's a conservator? Means a person who is appointed by a court at an individual's request to manage the estate of the individual. This is chapter 54, guardianship, conservatorship, talking about custodianship. Watch this. Let's see what else I got for you. A guardian. What's a guardian? Means a person appointed by a court under 54.10 to do what? To manage the income and assets and provide for the essential requirements for health and safety and the personal needs of an individual found incompetent. Or a spendthrift, meaning if you give them $1,000, they're going to go blow it today on drugs and whatever. That's a spendthrift. Or to manage the income and the assets of a minor. Oh, I know you've been hearing about that. What's a minor? Is that necessarily somebody under the age of 18 all the time? A person's assets may include, by court order, digital property, etc., etc. What's a guardian of the estate? Means a guardian appointed to comply with the duties specified, and to exercise any other powers. So are you getting the point? Are you getting the point? This has everything to do with conservatorship and guardianship and custodians, establishing custodians, because someone's in need of someone else to take care of their property, their estate, their assets, and what have you, because they're considered or deemed a minor. Okay, you picking it up? All right, let's get back. 54.870. Watch this. Where you at? Come on. Let's get back to it. Oh, we're way at top. Hold on. I'll just do this. 54.8. What did I say? 870 right here. Okay. So, but on this, at this particular part, we want to talk about establishing a custodian, because watch what they say. Custodial property is created. The property, and a transfer is made. Here's the key term: whenever. How long is whenever, or when is whenever? An uncertificated security or a certificated security in registered form is either. Let me ask you a question. I'm just going to cut right to the chase. Is a birth certificate certificated? Come on, get out of here. Jeez. Freaking little bugs, man, are everywhere. Is a birth certificate certificated? Yes, class? Okay. Is it a security? Oh my God. Okay. I gotta get rid of this stuff. You may eat over there, but you may not bother me any longer. Listen, is it a security? Well, I'll do it for you. Legal definition of a security. What's a security? We're going to wrap it up. I like to use, what's my favorite? Is Investopedia. They do a real bang up job and they fact check everything, and I love that. But it looks like they're not showing up to the game tonight. Come on, where are you, Investopedia? I think I just swallowed a bug. Investopedia. Ugh, I think I did. Really, no lie. Here we go. Investopedia versus a security. Let's see if they'll define it for me. Get out of here. Jeez. A security is a fungible. You know what fungible is? Now you will. What is fungible? Come on. Fungibility. Fungibility is the ability of a good or asset to be interchanged with other individual goods or assets of the same type. Okay? That's what it is. These bugs are just, I think they chased me. They chased that shake down here. Goodness gracious. So again, the ability of a good or asset to be interchanged with other individual goods or assets of the same type. That's fungibility. Let's get back. So a security is a fungible and tradable financial instrument issued by corporations and governments to raise capital. In general, securities represent equity, the rights to an ownership share in an enterprise, the full faith and credit of the nation. The full faith and credit. We extend the full faith and credit. Put it this way. The governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed or by the consent of the governed. If we don't back it, the state goes bye-bye. If we don't back it, the government goes bye-bye. We have the power. Chicken before the egg. All right? And this all just popped up. This is just ridiculous. Okay, so okay. So that's what a security is. Let's just get back. I don't want to get too far off here. Where did I go? Wisconsin. Okay, so the birth certificate. Can it, I'm just not satisfied with that definition. Where was I before? Let's go to, real quick, UCC definition of security. I'm not satisfied with that. I didn't do justice on that, and I got to make sure that you guys get this. You guys and girls get this, okay? UCC definition of security. Is a birth certificate a security? Okay? We're just going to take it. The Uniform Commercial Code defines a security, listen, as an obligation of an issuer. Okay? Obligation of who issued the birth certificate? The state, correct? Okay. So that's the issuer. Security as an obligation of an issuer or an interest in an issuer. Do you as a citizen have an interest in the state, property, or enterprise? The security must be represented by a certificate, be a part of a class or series, and be traded on securities market. Shares in a corporation or business trust are considered securities under Article 8. Okay. A physical certificate representing a share is called a certificated security. Does the birth certificate represent a share in the state? You are a citizen, therefore you have, civil rights, and you have political rights. You can impress the government of the state. You have a share. You are a part owner in a type of way. You can influence the government this way or that way using the democratic process. Okay? Your birth certificate, that birth certificate, in other words, is used for legal purposes. And remember back here at the Social Security Administration office, it tells you the legal purposes you can use that birth certificate, that legal name for. To stake a claim, you can sign a legal document, you can sign a deed, and you can enter into contracts. Okay? Let me see where we were at. So certificated securities can be used as collateral to guarantee. You are the guarantee. Remember, they removed the gold backing from the dollar. You became the guarantee now. Full faith and credit. Okay? Without you, in other words, again, backing the system, acting as the credit behind the system implodes. It does not exist, is what it's saying. Okay? An obligation and show the holder's ownership rights in the company. You have a stake here as a citizen. Okay? You also carry obligations. An obligation of a person or a share, participation or other interest in a person or in property or in an enterprise of a person, which is or is of a type dealt in or traded on financial markets. That doesn't apply. We will take the definition and we will run with that for right now. Later, if we need to build out more, I think we can move on from there. Okay? Now, let's get back. So it is certificated. It is certainly a security. And lastly, I got to ask you, is it in registered form? Is the birth certificate in registered form? What does that mean? There are two forms that a security or like a check or some type of registered document or whatever, right? A security or whatever. Registered form means that it is registered to a single individual named on the form or on the document. The other type is called bearer form. Okay? He or she that bears it may redeem it. Okay? So in other words, I can give you a blank check, sign it, and give it to you. And you could take that blank check, as long as I don't put your name on it and say it's paid to the order of you specifically and leave it open. Anybody that possesses that, steals that from you or wherever you leave it, an individual can pick that up and go and cash that in. They'll just put their name in there and cash it in. That's in bearer form. He or she that bears it can redeem it. Now, again, the question is the birth certificate in bearer form or is it in registered form? Obviously, the answer to that is registered form, because on the birth certificate itself, it says the registrant, and then it has the name, the legal name. That is not the name that your mama gave you. That is the name that the state gave you. Let me say that one more time. That legal name that is on that birth certificate, which is a derivative of the upper part of the certificate of live birth, is not the name that your mother gave you. That is the translated name. That is the legal name that was created or constructed or contrived by the state in order for you to have a capacity or gain a capacity to sign legal documents, deeds, or contracts. Are you picking up what I just put down? And therefore, if it says that the upper part of the certificate of live birth contains the identification of the child, Is your child natural or artificial? Because if it's in the legal order and the top upper part is only for legal purposes, is your child a legal person or a natural person? Later for that. That's going down that hole, that rabbit hole. We're not going to do that tonight. I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. But the point is, lastly, listen, custodial property is created. What type of property? Custodial property is created and a transfer is made. So that property is transferred to the custodian whenever. And as Copper G says, whenever is all the time, without fail, whenever. So let's talk about it. Whenever a birth certificate of security in registered form, registered to the individual identified on that birth certificate, right, is either these things have to happen in order to create custodial property and to transfer that custodial property to the custodian. Watch this. Watch me now. Look, is it one, registered in the name of the transferor? The transferor in this case with the certificate of live birth, or AKA the birth certificate, would be the state that transferred it to your mother or to you. So is it registered in the name of the transferor? No. It just says state of on the top of the birth certificate. But the registrant is listed as the baby's name or your name. So it's not registered in the name of the transfer. Therefore, we're going to skip down to number 2. Tell me this. Was that birth certificate delivered to you or your mom? If it was delivered to you, then it says that custodial property was created and a transfer was made. Because we're talking about, under Wisconsin Stats 54.870, the way of creating custodial property and transferring the property, and how to designate the initial custodian who will have control over the property. All you have to do whenever you do the following, all you have to do is deliver, if it is in certificated form. That's what the state did. They merely delivered you the birth certificate, the certificated form, the part of the certificate of live birth that is the upper part that identifies the child, that is only used for legal purposes. They deliver that to you. That's how custodial property is created and a transfer is made, because it says whenever. And whenever is whenever. And ironically or not, this is under the chapter 54 on guardianship, conservatorship, and custodianship. Because where did we start? Over here, where the hospitals and physicians are being told by the upper governmental offices how they are to register these legal documents. And they said, never include the medical or the information that proves that a human is medically alive. Never put that on certified copies of the birth record, meaning the birth certificate. Never commingle or mix them. Why? Because what fellowship hath light with darkness? The living and the dead. What fellowship has a human with a corporation, or the natural with the artificial? They don't. Never do that. All right? Never do that. So now, tonight you've learned what the birth certificate is, the COLB is, okay? I want to go. There's so much more depth I can add to this. I'm not tonight. It is 8:45. I have to be up at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I've already been up since 3 a.m. today. So it's been fun. It's been real, but it ain't been real fun. And the bugs were bothering me, and y'all didn't shoo them away, help me out, nothing. Y'all just let me be eaten alive as I was working hard for you. But anyways, I digress. So what do you say? What do you say? Now, at least you know what the birth certificate is. You know what the COLB is. All right. And you know the secret. You know that they were made in parts and that this was a construct, a legal construct. They did this on purpose. Listen, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is not to illegitimize or delegitimize the system. It is not to provide you with just hours of anti-government rant. None of that. It is my duty, and I am chosen, not only called, to divulge the inner workings of the system. It is late in the game, so we have to get moving because, as you know, there is a paradigm shift coming. Everything is shifting. You paying attention to gold and silver? Hopefully you got some. I've been telling y'all to keep stacking, keep stacking. That silver shot up to over $30 right now. Yeah. So anyways, and gold is making big moves. Point being is there is a shift coming. This is not the end of the world. Stop with that stuff. Stop with that. It is not the end of the world. There is nobody that can competently testify that they have ever witnessed the beginning of the world, and there will be no one to competently testify to the end. There's not enough of you. I don't care how big you are. There's not enough of us to destroy this earth. You didn't make it, so therefore you can't destroy it. Stop it. It's not going to happen. I don't care what they introduce. I don't care about the blue beam. I don't care about the alien invasion that is allegedly impending. I don't care about Nibiru. I don't care about none of that. Okay? None of that. We've been here. We've been here. And ain't nobody witnessed the beginning, and ain't nobody going to witness an end. It's not going to happen. The only thing that has a beginning and an end is you. That's it. All right? And that's only in the physical form. So stop it. Stop with the fear tactics. Stop vibrating on a low frequency. All right? This is what we need to be focused on, because really our only enemy, I don't like using that term. I strike that. Our only adversary, our only rival is other men. That's it. It's been that way since the beginning of what we remember. It's just men always trying to subject and subvert other men. That's it. And so that's why we need to know how the system works. Not running from the imaginary boogeyman that never comes. They always say it's coming, it never comes. That just makes you vibrate on a lower frequency. You miss out on all the benefits of living. You spend 50, 60 years of your life struggling and in poverty and what have you. Always fighting, struggling. That keeps you from ascending, okay, to your heavenly place on this earth. That's what that does. So we have to stop falling for that every freaking time. If they can't get us that way, they get us with race. If they can't get us with that, they get us with gender. If they can't get us with that, it's something else. Those are all man contrivances. Leave children alone in a room together, all different colors. Do I need to say anything else? It ain't until us older folk come and start separating and dividing them and pointing out their differences. That's when wars start. That's when division and dissension starts, and prejudice. The children will never even know that unless we introduce them to it. That's human nature. So stop it with the fear tactics already. We're done with that. All right. So with that being said, that is why it's vital and important that we do these studies and research, and that, I act in accordance with my calling and what I'm chosen to do by disclosing this information, so that you can focus on what really is important, right? Which is legacy building so that you have something to leave to those that are coming after you. Because each generation, you should be ascending higher and higher and higher. You can be the next Rockefeller. How many generations will it take? It's up to you. But if you're fooled by every wind of doctrine, every political psyop, if you're fooled by those, then you'll be not focused on building your legacy, because they're going to tell you that the world's coming to an end. So therefore, what are you going to do? Well, I might as well sell this. I might as well get rid of this then. There's no sense of going to college. There's no sense of getting an education. There's no sense of keeping a retirement. I might as well cash in my 401k. You know how many people did that? Whole life savings cashed in because they believe the hype. I'm telling you, don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. Don't get tricked out of it. Religion's going to trick you out of it as well. They're in on the take. They're in on the take. Unfortunately. Whew. Let's all breathe. I love you. Thank you all for being here. Hey, we had a great turnout tonight. I really appreciate it. It makes me feel really great. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you because I am bushwhack tired. I'm tired. I'm country tired. I'm like country tired. Remember the bushwhack WWF? I'm tired. So we will be back here, if not before Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Don't forget to bring somebody else back with you. Don't forget, if you didn't hit the thumbs up, I got 18 people watching. I got 12 thumbs up. Can we balance that off? I know already. I know, Joseph. I know. So good to see the family come back around. Don't forget, we need to see you here Sunday at 2:30 Central Standard Time, 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Family, come on home. We got something to talk about. I got something for you. I told you I wasn't going to forget you. We got some business to deal with, okay? Be here, please. I will send you the link, but you must hit me at the KnowledgeWell for you at gmail.com. Hit me at that email. Just simply say, I will attend, or something to that effect, or Sunday, 2:30, whatever you want to put, something along those lines so we know what it's pertaining to. And we will send you the link, the Zoom link, and we will bring the family together and have a good old time. And I can really talk freely and put you right on straight street where you need to be. Because I know a lot of you are stuck like Chuck. A lot of you have invested and put in a lot of money and you got burnt and you're disenfranchised. Come on back home. I got you. Okay. I know, Joseph. I know. All right. Come on back home. I assure you. Okay. Come on back home. We got a plan. All right. And literally hot off the press. Okay, I won't touch it. Hot off the press. Look at that. Oh, better not do that. So this is hot off the press. That's why I got the hot pad. Look at that. BB Productions put it in while we were doing the show. Look at that cup. That's a coffee mug, y'all. 777. It's got one of my favorite colors. Isn't that pretty? That is right out of the kiln. Right out of the kiln, y'all. That's hot. Woo, I can feel it right through. If you would like to pick one of those up, just put it in the email. What's that? All right. So it'll be posted on the Square site. The Square site. I'll put the Square site link up for you right now. What a beautiful cup. Look at that cup. Isn't that beautiful? That's beautiful. Look how it shines and everything. Here, I'll put go to the Square site. BB Productions will be posting the link on how to purchase it over there. So please show your love. If you appreciate what we do here, we're going to keep going as long as you support us, as long as my family is standing with me. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to stay here. All right, but we do covet your finances and support whatever you can do, any little or big thing that you can do. We really appreciate it. So if you would like this mug, don't forget the t-shirts as well. We have the 77 t-shirts. This is exclusively 777 is the number. Year I was born, 77. And it's just, biblically, it's always been a sound number. It's 777, 21, whatever you want to look at it. However you want to look at it. All right. So if you would like to pick that up, it's a great way to support us and to obtain yourself a brand new mug, courtesy of KnowledgeWell Media and BB Productions. All right. So sell them, y'all. Thank you. All right. So yeah, if you would like to pick one up, go to the KnowledgeWell Media Square site, and she can make things like that for you specifically. I mean, family pictures can go on there and all that kind of stuff. So help support BB Productions over at the studios, BB Studios, and support what she does. Support small business. It's very important. All right. And if you have a business that you do, the purpose of this platform is us, the KnowledgeWellians. All right. So if you have a product that you want to push, I'll put it up on here. We can add it to the Square site as well. We can, work that out. We want to support small businesses. Okay. It's very vital and very important. Look, we are at the top, y'all. We are at the top. Fear not. Fear not. We'll talk more on Sunday. Okay. Fear not. You'll know what I'm talking about. Okay. Let's see here. I just want to look at the comment section, then we'll get out of here. Okay. I really appreciate you all for being here. I think we broke records tonight. Thank you very much. Blue Marvel 9 said, I have Zoom on my cell phone and iPad. All right, awesome. If you're interested, please, once again, hit us at the KnowledgeWell Media, please. The Gmail. Okay. All right, all guys, you said you're in. Okay, so just make sure we still would like everybody. We just want to keep everything organized, okay, and decent and in order. So just shoot us something at the knowledgewell4you@gmail.com, letting us know you plan to attend. Even if you're watching this on replay, we welcome you as well. But we ain't playing no games. It is remedy. It is time to put the metal to the pedal, the pedal to the metal. There it is. The pedal to the metal, and let's get it going. Let's get it cracking, okay? All right. All hands on deck. My net tripping, gotta watch from beginning. Okay. All right. Bostono Lacono, thank you for coming in. Even though late, better late than never. But yeah, watch this on replay. And we look forward to you joining us as well Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're interested, hit us up at the email knowledgewell4you@gmail.com if you would like to attend our Zoom meeting, seminar, and discussion on this Sunday, 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, hitting you with the facts. We're going to discuss the proposed remedy, and how we can get started. And get out of here. All right. So with that being said, Joseph Henson says the first side of the mug looked clear or holographic. It is beautiful. Yeah, it is very beautiful. BB Production always does a bang up job. Really appreciate her work. And okay, Joseph Henson, you're sending the email after the live. All right, very good. Yeah, just get it out of the way, y'all. Send the email tonight. And that way you don't have to worry about forgetting about it. I know life gets busy sometimes. Kimberly Miller says, peace and prosperity to the family. Peace as well to you, sis. And hopefully you can make it on Sunday, 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right. With that being said, it's time for Daddy to go to sleep. Daddy, I'm Daddy. I got 3. I got 4. What am I saying? I got 4 little ones. I love them. Yeah. So BB Production says love and light to everybody. And now you've been made free. The question is, what are you going to do with it? We'll see you back here Sunday, right? We're still going to do our live at 11 a.m. So I'm gonna put in double time for y'all. 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'll do my regular spiel, and then I'll take a break. We'll come back at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be right here for our seminar. All right. If you're interested in participating, even if you are not a regular here, we welcome you. All right. We'll deal with the legalities, all right, of joining and all that kind of stuff later. But I really would like to pack it out with responsible people, all right? And this is very vital and very important so that we got a lot of building to do in a short amount of time, not because the world's coming to an end, but because the paradigm is shifting. I want to get you set up strategically where you need to be, not in fear, but in faith, all right? And in information, knowledge, power, okay? All right, that's what we're on. Can I go to sleep now? Peace. Love you. We'll talk to you soon. All right. Be well.
channel, KnowledgeWell Media, or by going to our Square site at knowledgewell-media.square.site and perusing over the available content and information. Also by submitting your email at the bottom of the Square site page in the Stay in the Loop section to receive priority information, specials, and other insider details. Or by signing up for a 1-hour consultation to tailor your specific educational needs in beginning your journey. You may do so at the aforementioned Square site, once again at knowledgewell-media.square.site.